I'm Allison. I'm going to sit down. I am a wardrobe stylist and an author, and I've worked with over 2,000 women, helping them find their style and really find the joy in getting dressed.
Joining me is college basketball coach Sydney Carter. Coach Carter was a defensive anchor for Texas A&M defense and played professionally in the WNBA, and she's now the director of player development for the women's basketball team at University of Texas. Yay! Welcome. Hello. And we are also joined by Dress for Success CEO MIchele Meyer-Shipp. Dress for Success is a partner of T.J.Maxx and the Maxx You Project, and together they've provided Maxx You grants, programming, and resources to underserved women to help them thrive in the workplace and beyond. So welcome to the stage, MIchele. Yay! Great. So, like I said, we're going to talk about personal style, which you guys both clearly have. One of the tools that I've created to help women define their personal style is something that I call the 3-word method. So the 3-word method first essentially just recognizes that we all have personal style, whether we think so or not. We all have personal style, and it's made up of different facets and different aesthetics that all come together to make like the perfect personal style blend, okay? So I'm gonna tell you how you find your 3 style words, and just kind of think about them as I'm talking, and then we're gonna go over your guys's. So pay attention, think about it. Okay. The first word is your practical word, and the way you find this word is by looking in your wardrobe and pulling out the things that you wear all the time. Okay, so lay those on your bed or put those on a rack and ask yourself, what words would I use to describe these things? These are kind of the realistic words. These are the things that are in your wardrobe. So that's word 1. Your second word is your aspirational word, and you find that word by looking at the things you've saved or some of your inspirations or your Pinterest board, and that's your second word. And don't freak out if the words don't necessarily align. There should be some contrast, okay? And the third word is the emotional word, and that is when you ask yourself, how do I want to feel in what I'm wearing, okay? How do I want to show up in the world? And the beauty of this is that these words are often at odds. There's tension and contrast between them, and that's what makes personal style unique, kind of that and that tension. So I know I haven't given you guys that much time, but I thought it would be fun to introduce yourselves and give me your 3 words. So Sydney, you want to go first?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think my first one is colorful. As you can see, I'm
yes,
wearing
love
some
it.
color
The nails
today.
are really helping.
My nails are
love
always
it.
loud and proud.
Yes.
Do I need to give you an example of why, or you just want me to kind of go through?
No.
I'm a talker. You guys will see. But everything
please.
about me is alive. I just have a passion for living and being happy and bringing joy to any room that I'm in. So my clothes depict that for me in any color I wear, whether it's black or whether it's lavender today. My second word would be true, because I am just true to my style. I am true to my body type. I am true to how I feel when I put my clothes on. So I know that at the end of the day, when I'm wearing something, I'm representing myself in its fullest form. And then my last one will be confident, obviously. I think a lot of people that do know me know that I show up as my authentic self unapologetically all the time. And so if I'm putting it on or if I'm doing something, I'm always going to do it confidently and to the best of my ability.
Love that. Fabulous examples. What are your 3 words, MIchele?
All right. So I would start by saying 1, classic. I just really like simple and classic. So I'm always looking for that elegant thing that fits just so, whether it's a skirt that's kind of above the knee or a long skirt or slacks or shorts, whatever it is. I really like classic. But I also like bold as my second word. So I didn't do it today because I didn't want to break the dressing rules here, right? But I like prints. I like prints and I like patterns. And even preparing for today, I picked out a couple of bold pieces, but they were just a little bit too loud. And I didn't want to clash with the background. So we did not do that. So I went more classic black. And I think to your point, Sydney, I think when I think about the third word, it is about confidence and it is feeling good in whatever you put on, because when you look in the mirror and you feel good, you are able to project yourself in a very positive way, and it just emanates, like your posture picks up and your head picks up. So I think confidence too, for me, is absolutely that third word.
I love that. And I have to say, there is a bit of boldness, I feel like, with your earrings and
Earrings,
your
oh,
nails. Like you're representing all three. And I feel like what's so great about the three words is that I'm not asking you to just pick one thing that you want to be, you know? If you had to pick one thing that you want to represent, like that would be really difficult, and it wouldn't show all the facets of who we are as people, or just kind of like the holistic kind of the full picture of us. And the best part about these three words, I think, is that they're your words. So you don't have to share, I mean, I just made you share them now, but you don't have to necessarily share them. They're all about making getting dressed easier for you, or making shopping easier for you. And again, really recognizing that we all have personal style and that we can define ourselves in any way that we want. And furthermore, as we shift and evolve, so will our words. So, you know, I feel like what we wear and our personal style is a reflection of who we are. So as we change, so will those words, and so will our style. So I love that. Okay, Cindy, you kind of answered this, but you know, you're obviously known for your style, both on and off the court. How do you feel like you express these words? Like, you know, the words that you mentioned, is there a specific thing that you keep in mind to make sure that you're kind of expressing all of these things? Like how does this sort of,
I think the biggest thing for me is I know that the best thing I wear is my confidence. Like the clothes don't wear me, I'm wearing the clothes. And so when I'm doing that, when I'm operating within myself, I know that those things are going to come out because that's what I believe. So I'm very big on like affirmations. I've said this time and time again, I even talk to my dog and give her affirmations. So hearing that your head's high when your posture is different. My dog walks around with her head high when she has a dress on. So she knows what I'm telling her. But I think when I'm operating within myself, those things come out. And so I know that at the end of the day, as long as I'm confident about I've made myself happy at the end of the day, I'm living to please myself, and that's enough for me.
That's amazing. And so then that feels really intuitive for you. So when you
Absolutely.
put something on, you can tell like, okay, this is for me.
Yeah, I'm one of those people, like I said, I put something on and I'm like, yes, today's the day, and, and every day is the day for me. So I'm just big on affirming myself.
That is amazing. And so have you ever felt pressure to conform and abandon that sort of and kind of try to be something that you're not? It seems like no,
Never.
But yeah.
I'm
Even when you were
human.
younger?
I'm human. You know, I didn't grow up with this confidence. I have said before, I have 4 sisters. And so I used to think I was the ugly sister when I was growing up because I wanted to get dirty and play sports, and they knew how to do hair. I didn't. And so I didn't always have it, but as I've grown older, I've realized that everyone isn't always going to be pleased. And so if I'm looking to please everyone, I'm going to be the one that's miserable. And so the best way to operate is within myself, and I'm happy.
That's beautiful. That's fabulous. Okay. And Michele, we're going to do a little pivot.
Okay.
Dress for Success helps women achieve economic independence by providing a network of support, professional attire, and career development tools. What role does styling play in helping women excel in the workplace?
So it's interesting. We have found that it actually plays a huge role in projecting everything Sydney and I just talked about, right? That confidence. So I have been in so many arenas where our women will come in, and she will come in and say, you know, I don't know what I need something for an interview, I'm not sure what to wear, nothing's gonna fit me, I'm not going to look good. And then we'll help her pick out like what she thinks might be the perfect outfit. We tell her, your wildest imaginations, what could that thing be? And she picks the thing, the piece, and she goes in the back and she puts it on, and she comes out and she looks in the mirror, and she goes, and inevitably you hear a, wow, oh my God, like, is this me? I look amazing. And it's just like having someone give her the permission to really be bold about choosing something that she may have never chosen before, and then to put it on and see it. I think it really helps with that confidence boost. Again, it goes back to what I said before. It helps with that, put those shoulders back, pick that head up, so that when she gets ready to sit down with us to have those other discussions about preparing for the job interview or whatever it is, she's coming to the table already, shoulders back, head up, I've got this.
It's really amazing. I got chills when you said that, but fashion can be so magical. Like you really put something on and you look at yourself and you're like, oh, okay, there I am. You know, it can make you feel so amazing.
Absolutely.
And when you're wearing something that makes you feel confident or that you feel like is really expressing who you are on the, expressing outwardly who you feel like you are on the inside, it's so magical. It's really amazing. And beyond styling, how does Dress for Success empower women to thrive in work and in life?
So I'm really happy to say that a lot of people know us for the suiting and dressing aspect, but we actually provide a host of no-fee skills development and job readiness programs. I know we have some Dress for Success clients out there, so welcome, glad you're here. But literally everything from, do you need help with a resume? Do you need help setting up your LinkedIn account? Do you need help prepping for the interview? Do you need a mentor? Do you need a coach? Do you need to be part of what we call our professional women's groups, where we have peer-to-peer mentoring and networking? So it really, I like to say that we help dress women from the inside out. It's not just the outside, but it's also the inside, because it all comes together. And we've literally been doing this now for 26 years. We're in over 20 countries, and we have about 140 affiliates around the world. And it's been remarkable to see and hear the stories of transformation of the women we serve. Before I took this job, people used to ask me when I would go in speaking engagements, who's your idol? Who do you look up to? And I used to always think of like some big, famous historical figure. My answer now is the women we serve, because I literally watch women change their lives every single day, and it's incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Really, really amazing. And as we've heard from Sydney and Michele, personal style can really go deeper than just what we wear. Like you said, somebody puts something on and it's like, whoa, wow. Like, you really can show up as who you are, and it's a very deep endeavor. I feel like to wear something that you love and to find your personal style, you have to go deep. You really have to know yourself and know what makes you confident and know what makes you feel good, which it's not shallow. That's a deep thing. Personal style, like we said, it's a lot of people think they don't have it, or it's something that either you have or you don't, but it really does take work. Like I said, it takes introspection. It takes taking an extra minute to sort of think about what do I like? What makes me feel good, as opposed to just what looks good on me or what am I seeing everywhere. It really it forces you to kind of take a look at yourself and to really get deep, which I love. Yeah, and I mean, even beyond that, like we said, I feel like personal style really helps guide us towards who we want to be, with that aspirational word, like I said, or even the emotional word. It's it's okay to have that be something that you're really reaching for, because I think that's what's amazing about style is you can sort of communicate who you are without saying a word, and you can, evolve into who you want to be. And that's kind of all. I feel like that's what this whole Maxx You project is about not conforming and not abandoning that. And you can be so many things, and you can express so many things, and you can change who you are. And I think that's so beautiful, and I'm so glad that we were able to have this discussion.
No, and I just also want to say too that, our partnership with T.J.Maxx is incredible, and I just want to thank everybody from T.J.Maxx for working with us. Together, they actually help us deliver this programming that I described. We also have a really cool opportunity where we're giving scholarships, thanks to T.J.Maxx, to the women we serve. So the power of the partnership and the way that we work together, it really is beautiful, because we're missions and vision aligned around helping women transform their lives. And it's just a beautiful thing. So I just want to say thank you. And I also just want to drop this. This wasn't in the script, but I have to say it because it's real time for me. I think on style, the other thing that I'm navigating now is, as you transition through different seasons in your life, style changes too. Sometimes not because you want it to, but because your body says it has to. So things like, I cannot wear, those shoes would kill me right now. I can't wear them anymore, right? So it's God, I want to wear those shoes, but I can't, right? So it's trying to figure out how you still live that style and that energy in a slightly different way. So I always encourage people to just appreciate that over time, you will evolve, your style will change, and it's okay just to be open to trying new things, and you'll find your groove and what works for you.
Yes, like, yeah, fashion is so creative and it is such a way to express yourself and to try. And if something doesn't work, or if, you know, something doesn't work anymore, it's like,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's
Yes.
part of life. That's evolution. And that's amazing.
Excellent.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. This
Thank
is really
you.
fun. Thank you, T.J.Maxx. And yay, thanks for listening.
Thanks, everybody.